Okay, I am back and let's see what happens, you guys, and play a little bit more music and see what happens. I'm back. See, you don't take a rocket scientist to know I love you. And you don't take a rocket scientist to know I need you. Let some more people get in here. Let's try to get back in. You and me change the world. Let's get back in. You believe me when I say I still love you. I still love you. I understand that I still love you. All right, you can see and hear me, okay? I'm good. All right. I'm gonna let at least 100 or so more get in here, then we start again. So what do you think? Let's get back together. Let's get back together. I hear you say, Rod. Think of what it has been like. You and I turn our nights into forever. See, you don't take a rocket scientist to know I love you. All right. Okay, y'all. Let's try this again. We're gonna change the Mr. P's name to. We're gonna call him Mr. P. Seeing as that we have to talk all up in fucking code around here for YouTube to leave me the fuck alone. I don't know what's going on. I think it's something going on with the internet altogether because I was at the store today and it was issues with people using their ATM cards. You had to use cash today. I was like, there's something going on. Something's happening with our internet connections, period, anyway. But anyway, y'all, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of mess going on right now. And American got a lot of shit that she is doing, unfortunately, out here in these streets trying to stay on top because she know at this point she broke. Ain't nobody, if come August, this gonna be a whole nother situation. Okay. Come the fall, literally the fall is gonna be the fall of this motherfucker, and expect July to be explosive. That's all I have to say because this 4th of July, baby, I think this is gonna be one to remember. I'm sorry, July is sending all kind of signals of a lot more exposing going on around here, as well as a lot more things that all I have to say is it don't look like it's gonna be reveals, you know what I'm saying? And uh you know I guess if you've been working on something, you're gonna get results and you're gonna start seeing results. And in this situation, you're gonna start seeing results of the bullshit that's been going on around the world. And as I said, with that situation with Nettie, the Sam Boys is gonna baby, on and popping is an understatement. On and popping is an understatement because this motherfucker is determined to take over. I told you, he said he wanted that place over there, Gaza, to look like for Lebanon to look like Gaza. That's what he owned next. Okay, he's decimated that place. He's decimated that place where those people are so bad. There's nothing to go back to. So now he's saying, I'm finna move on and fuck up Lebanon now. Baby, Iran is like, really? Really, bitch? That's what you think finna happen? Well, all of a sudden now you got these other Sam boys that's saying they in it. Y'all know the HH, the hoo-hoo, and the hoo-hoos, and the husbands. You understand what I'm saying? The husbands. The husbands is that them two coming together. They finna whip that ass. Baby, I'm sorry. You talking about motherfuckers moving around? Motherfuckers gonna be moving around. Whatchamacallit and them thought that it was easy doing what they did to those people over in Gaza. Well, this time it's not going to be easy, and this time they're going to be tired. And American ain't got what she need. Look, let me tell you something. American has been giving away so much of our motherfucking weapons. Ain't she here to protect us if anything pops off? Let me run that back. She been giving away so much of her shit all over the goddamn globe that if anything happens here, we ain't got It's just that simple. So when you hear Big Judah says they moved, what's happening? Because we ain't got shit here. Not a motherfucking thing. Nettie know he in trouble because now he's saying, telling all the TV unit people that y'all got to get in the draft. Draft coming to y'all, so y'all might as well take them motherfucking hats off and roll them curls up into a motherfucking ponytail, bitch, because you finna be out there on that goddamn battlefield like everybody else. Because I need some bodies. Okay. You know what I'm talking about? Them boys that wear the little curls. Honey. He told their ass they better put that shit on a put their shit up in the ponytail, baby, because they got to be out there and do their thing. So yeah, that's interesting because now I'm telling you, this is not just happening. This is happening everywhere. This is happening everywhere. This is happening not only in the United States. They all that's the reason why that group, Americans Mean Girls, are coming together to talk, because at this point they all are going to have to start culling their population for this quote unquote big ta-da, this war. You understand what I'm saying? That's about to happen now. And unfortunately, y'all, it's starting to look like they really know that somebody gonna throw them things. And this is the thing, is Mr. P don't want to do that. Mr. P don't want to do that. He really just wants to do business right now, because what they got going finna change the world. It is. You understand what I'm saying? It is really gonna change the world. Give me a one if y'all can see and hear me okay, because I can't keep on coming in and going back out 6 minutes, 7 minutes. You understand? Give me a one if you can see me okay. All right, thank you very much, you guys. So yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Mr. P doesn't want to do that. He really wants to sit up here and he wants everyone. Thank you, you guys. He wants everyone to stop. He like, I really want to change the world. Me and Shijane want to get this money going. We want to get this whole BRICS thing popping. We really don't have time to deal with American and her fucking goddamn temper tantrum habit. Her time is over. Her era is over. This bitch don't know how to take a bow and get the fuck off the stage. She want to continue her situation. And unfortunately, if she wasn't blind, it would be, if I was American, I'd be like, you know what? Every empire has its time and my time is over. Let me gracefully bow out and see what else the world has to offer. You know what I'm saying? That's the best bet, but that's not what she wants to do. She wants to usurp. She wants to have this whole white supremacy going on here. And unfortunately, it's all going to blow up in her face, and everybody in the world is tired of her. So this is where we're going. Now, you got Kenya, who their people are up in the streets saying, we don't need no curses. We don't need no motherfucking curses. The people are saying, y'all need to stay the fuck up out of little Haiti over there. Leave them people alone. We don't want no parts of this shit. Look, anytime you see American and everybody else that's white taking a back seat saying, I ain't fucking with it, why you gotta fuck with it? Why we gotta fuck with it? For $2. Because American did not give them people no money. She did not give them nowhere near the money she has given Dirty T-Shirt or Nettie. And them bitches is like they like, hey, we coming in and we gonna run these niggers. We gonna get these niggas together. All you gonna do is put a curse on motherfucking Kenya, baby. That's all they gonna do. They need to leave that situation the fuck alone. When the people who sending you in don't want to go into a motherfucking situation, that tell you all the fuck you need to know. That tell you everything you need to know. If I'm sitting up here saying I'm not going in that motherfucking house, but I give you $20 to go in, what? Why can't you go? What's wrong with you going? You got to be itchy and scratchy. What American gave Kenya was some fucking crackhead prices. $20 million, $20 $20 million don't even buy a good house in America. It buy a pretty decent house. This is a country. 20 million. You can't even get a damn good condo, the top-notch condo in Chicago for 20 million. I'm just saying. And this is how much Kenya sold itself, pimped itself out to go over to Haiti. And they up here doing parades for those fucking soldiers that's going over there. This soldiers is not coming back. And the people are all in the streets. They pepper sprayed Obama's half sister that was from there in the face while she was talking, saying, "We don't need to do this. Y'all need to not do this." She was out there protesting. They pepper sprayed her in the eyes. So she shut the fuck up. I said, this is bad. This is so bad. It's not even funny. But they want to sit up there and they want to bring that curse on Kenya. So be it. Sorry, Hamites, y'all fucking up. Y'all fucking up. Ain't no way in hell, after all the history of being colonized and used by this country, would I do anything for this motherfucker. When the white countries is saying our past, why the fuck you gotta stand up? And how the fuck you sell out for 20 million and everybody else getting billions? I please, somebody help me do the math. These some silly motherfuckers. That's all I have to say. Sorry, but I don't understand. I don't understand how you go and do your own. But you know what? That's what Americans used to black people doing. That's what she's used to people of our color doing. Stabbing each other in the back for $1. That's what she's used to. So unfortunately, that's where we at right now. And I'm looking at a lot of things that she has been lying about that's going to eventually come to the surface. Now you got, the MAGA people, they done lost their motherfucking mind because they seeing that, your boy Trump ain't that ticket. Because that's what Nettie wants. Nettie wants a Trump presidency so he can continue doing what he's doing. And he think that he gonna get the help he got. What difference does it make if you get a Trump presidency and the money changes around this motherfucker? You're not going to be able to afford to get the weapons that you want to get. It's not going to happen. And right now, you got Putin going around the globe tying up loose ends, baby. And the way that Mr. P is tightening up loose ends around this motherfucker is so, baby. That man making major moves. American over here playing fucking goddamn Jackson and patty cake. And this motherfucker's over here playing a serious game of chess and Chinese Go, which is even harder than chess. Okay? This man, the one thing you should not allow somebody like Mr. P to do is sit and think. You ever seen people that like the one thing you don't do is you want that motherfucker to start thinking, because once they start thinking, your ass is gonna be in motherfucking trouble. Your ass is gonna be up Schitt's Creek without a paddle, and that's exactly what's happening with American regarding that particular man. He is making these moves, and he's saying, "Look, she gonna keep trying to do shit until I raise up out this seat." Now, mind you, he still got a motherfucking nuke sitting in Cuba. A big ass motherfucking submarine capable of throwing a nuke over this motherfucker in Cuba. He got crazy ass little Kim Jong-un with the ability to send some shit from his motherfucking spot right there over into this bitch. So they done already got about 5-6 marks already. 5-6 marks already. And it's been written even since the time of Egyptians that nation was going to rise against nation and that they was going to do something that was going to literally kill half of the nations on this planet. Okay? So what does that sound like? Motherfuckers going to throw some shit. It's going to be an exchange. This is the reason why they all trying to get their draft situations together. You understand what I'm saying? So that they can get this on and cracking, because American thinks that the war is going to give her the same push or jump that she got back in the 1940s and 30s. That was the only, that's when she got her crown. No, baby, she's been dethroned, and the crown is going on to Mr. Putin and Xi Jinping. You understand? And now he is flipping the power because guess what? Japan is like, we got to do something because our money is fucked up. Japan sold a whole bunch of our bonds this weekend as well. So and Japan is a part of the Mean Girls. Didn't I tell y'all a long time ago the first motherfucker that's gonna throw a shoe at America and stab her ass in the back was gonna be Japan? They like to save our economy. We got to throw this bitch motherfucking money away because she not taking us down. We gonna get with somebody else. I told y'all a long time ago, Japan gonna be that first one. And the reason why is because she ain't forgot what happened. America stepped on her back to get the crown that she's wearing right now first with the motherfucking bombs she dropped. Remember that. That's why this little alliance that she's in is full of nothing but enemies. And then secondly, I'm telling you, Berlin gonna be the next motherfucking bitch to sit up here and say, Toodles, I ain't got time for this shit. Because winter, Putin is standing, Mr. P is standing on the porch saying, bitch, let me tell you something. Winter is coming. Winter is coming. And you motherfuckers gonna be cold in the bitch because I done already fucked up little dirty t-shirts areas where power comes through. I'm more 23% of them motherfuckers is gone to smithereens. So y'all gonna have to figure out what y'all gonna do this winter, because y'all gonna be some cold starving bitches. Y'all need to figure out if y'all want to get rid of that motherfucker, do something, and they ain't got no more people to send to the war because they don't have nobody else. So now they gonna have to start thinking about their bottom lines. And he telling everybody, look, this is not finna go the way America telling you. She can talk all the shit she want to. She can sit up here and make all kind of phony summits without me sitting there that is a party to peace. If I'm not sitting there, how the fuck did she come up with a peace agreement between me and the motherfucking Ukraine if I'm not there? If Russia ain't in the building, how the fuck did she come up with a goddamn peace agreement? Please make it make sense. That's what Mr. P is saying to everybody in the world. I didn't come. Xi Jinping didn't come. Didn't nobody come to that shit. Turkey didn't come. Motherfuckers, Brazil said, bitch, please. Everybody, that little summit that they did was some bullshit. So now at this point, we're looking at a situation of, guess what? Americans standing around playing all kind of fucking reindeer games in front of these cameras, and saying things are this way and this way when they're not. And real shit is about to happen to these countries. Winter is coming. That is a real thing. And he has destroyed majority of their ability to be able to generate and get power. So they're going to have to fold anyway. And America can only do so much yet. She's running her mouth, but she's not coming up with any good. She's not delivering anything. So soon the conversation is going to change because one, I told you, her money ain't shit. Everybody's going to start unloading her money. When you saw Japan do that this weekend, that's telling you where everybody else is going to start doing. They're going to start unloading. She's unreliable. We cannot trust her situation. It's just that simple. So this is where we're going with this. And unfortunately, y'all, it's gonna get bad. She's gonna keep doing crazy shit to try to stay on top. And she's gonna go to the extreme because she knows she's lost her standing in the world behind this shit with Nettie. And this shit with Nettie is going to go terribly because I'm telling you, that motherfucking Middle East is uniting. It's uniting behind the scenes. I don't give a fuck what American is saying. They getting ready to unite together to get that motherfucking Nettie up out of there. They getting ready. Like they gonna chase them motherfuckers the fuck up out of there. That's the reason why you got the professional victims unit running to any country they can to get the fuck up out of there. Do you hear me? They are trying to get the hell up out of there because they know they're gonna end up dying there. They're gonna end up dying there. That's the reason why they trying to get all the men to, you know what I'm saying? Anybody with the orthodox individuals to get the draft is already started. And that's gonna cause a problem with Nettie's party because Nettie's party, like, what you mean we gotta fight? Bitch, you're gonna get a gun and you're gonna get out there and you're gonna fight. You gonna walk the walk. Mm-hmm. You sure is. They getting ready to catch it. They are getting ready to catch it. So expect anything, a lot of things to come out. And there's so much things, y'all, that I have been learning. And as like I said, this energy that's coming out here right now with Saturn, this shit is coming to a head. If you got things in your life that's been boiling or things going on at work that's been boiling and now it's just getting ready, it's at that pressure cooker part. Come July, that shit's gonna it's gonna explode. And that energy started this weekend, the new moon, and I think it's gonna keep going that way. So y'all financially, some of y'all might be having issues. Easy roll with the punches. It ought to get a little bit because Saturn is you all's ruling planet. You understand? So why Saturn being your ruling planet, and if it goes backwards, just like when my Mercury goes back, just roll with it. Just know it can't last forever. It can't stay forever. But I think it's gonna go and be in retrograde. I'm not sure for at least a couple of months. So this is not good for Mary Karen because old ground is about to go. She's gonna go back over old ground, and it's not good. And a lot of exposing is about to happen. Motherfuckers that thought they ass got away with something, it's coming right back up for evaluation. So just watch it. Just watch what happens. A lot of shit is coming back up for right through November. That's what I thought. A lot of shit is coming back up. Reevaluation, stuff that you thought may have been over and that is the cap coming right back up. So you know what I'm saying, just wait, just roll with it. I understand how y'all feel because when Mercury goes retrograde for me, that's my ruling planet. You have to roll with it. You really have to roll with it. You have to just deal with the ignorant shit that goes with your major planets going to retrograde. You understand? So I have been studying a lot in books that honestly made things make more sense. And I wanted to share some things with you all. There is a strange web that has been woven when it comes down to the area of religions. Religions mixed up a lot of our story to fit their agenda, okay? And a lot of things that people don't understand. And I said I wasn't going to mention this, but you all know in Mecca, that big cube that they walk around that are like 1,300 people literally just died of heat stroke and everything about. That thing actually it supposedly contains the meteorite that came from the Garden of Eden. And these people worship this meteorite. They walk around it, that black cube, saying that it forgives sins. But what they don't understand is that particular meteorite is like the omega of a planet. It is the end of a planet. It's stardust, the end of dust. That's like the burnt up. If a house burnt up, you taking the wood and putting it inside of something, okay? And what is the negative of a situation, if you understand where I'm going with this, okay? It's a negative. And what do you do if you're taking something that is negative and praying to it? It creates what? More negativity. Do you understand? A lot of these people don't understand that. They go there as a pilgrimage, but all of their energy, that religion is fine, except the things that they do. Do you understand what I'm saying? The things that they do. It is the energy. That's the reason why in the Middle East there is so much problem, is because of that fucking cube. It ain't got shit to do with CERN. We're not talking about CERN. This thing has been on this planet for a very, 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 very long time. Okay? That thing, how many generations has that cube been there? Lots, lots, and lots. People go all over the world. It is like an idol. Exactly. And it is a meteorite. Okay? And if you read the books of remembrance, how Sammy came here is like a meteorite. For in the Garden of Eden. And that was carried out of the Garden of Eden, and that's where they placed it. And that's part of the reason why there's so much problems inside the Middle East. Just like with us praying to white Jesus, we kept putting our energy into that image, and in our neighborhoods, more hell than a little bit was riding constantly. Churches on every other block, constantly. Do you understand what I'm saying now? In every religion, there is something that is negative, that was false, that we have been worshiping, and it's caused lots of problems within the world today. But you wouldn't know that because no one's going to tell you that. Okay? That area of going around that thing makes a lot of money for a lot of people. Do you understand? You understand how many people come there and worship that? It makes lots of money for those governments. You have to understand what's happening here. We have entities that came here and disguised themselves as quote unquote gods and priests that were telling us what to do. And we did not understand this. Now I'm going to tell you something. When it comes down to our stories have been repackaged in everybody's religion. Our story of the first people that were here literally has been repackaged and put into everybody else's religions. Okay? Perfect example, when you think of the Greeks, the story of Jason and the Argonauts is literally the story of Jacob and Esau. About the golden fleece that they were both fighting about who could get it best and stuff like that. That's literally the story of Jacob and Esau. Whoever got the golden fleece got to be what? King. Okay? Don't you see it? Pythagoras, Jesus. Okay? These are all our stories repackaged all over again. And those stories, even with Christianity, all those stories actually come from Egyptian time. Quiet as kept, same damn story, just people telling it differently throughout the ages. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, in Greek, a person like me would be considered river sticks. They would give me a 1 if you a 5 if you understand what the river sticks are. And they get the 2 coins. They give the 2 coins to the entity that's in all black, and it rows the boat across the river Styx. Do you understand? Same shit, just different people telling us. I would be considered that thing you hand the 2 coins to, because I take you over and when you die, basically death is you not knowing anything about what the real life is. You are a spiritual being. Do you understand? So that's death. You wake up and die, and you're dead, and you say, I want to wake up. You come to the river Styx at that point, because you to go over somebody like me 2 gold coins, because those what they would that would be the amount of money that it would take to take you over to be able to understand that you're getting ready to be rebirthed or whatever. What the river Styx really was you dealing with your shadow. the emotions. Your boat is going over the emotions and the ghosts that you have in your life, that you come across in your life, the things that you have done, the things you won't let go. That's the reason why. Well, and you look down and see people underneath the water, or folks and pull them down in the water. That's negativity. Give me a one if you can see and hear me. Okay, it's 434 people here. Give me one if you can see and hear me. Okay, my chat's not moving, so I don't know what's going on. I see this thing steady counting, but I don't see anything else. I see people telling me I'm doing fine. So anybody else that's buffering right now, you might have to come in and go out. Come in and go back out. Everybody can see and hear me okay. All right. So basically what ends up happening is that okay, basically what ends up happening is that during the river Styx, that's basically what happens, is that you're crossing over on a boat, and over on this boat it literally takes you over this area where there's lost souls, is ghosts, it's people that you once knew, you see inside the water, and they tell you don't go inside the water. If you go inside the water, those entities and those demons will pull you back in. That's you dealing with your shadow. Okay, same thing happened when you went to the underworld inside of Egypt. When you died, they say, oh, when a person dies, they have to, go to the underworld and see Anubis. Well, usually you are in the underworld when you are alive. In order to get past Anubis, you have to be able to have your heart weighed, whether it's heavy as a feather, whether your heart is light as a feather or not. Your heart is weighed by a feather. If your heart is light as a feather, then you can go on to the afterlife. The afterlife is you understanding that you're a spiritual being and your connection to the heavens above, that you are agreeing to be a co-creator inside of the Most High's heavens. Do you understand what I'm saying? So right now, all of us are dead on this planet, especially ones who have not woken up. We're walking amongst the dead right now. You're awake, but you're amongst dead people. That whole I see dead people thing, that's what that was. When you are not aware that you are a spiritual being, okay, you're a physical being having a physical experience, you are dead. You awaken to this fact once you deal with your shadow. Once you deal with your shadow, then your heart is weighed with a feather. If your heart comes up light, that means you have pretty much settled the things that are inside of here and your issues that you had during this world and in this world. And now you're ready to accept that you are a spiritual being. Okay? That's what all those hieroglyphics inside of Egypt meant. You're maturing as a spirit being. Now, when white folks came into the mix, they felt as though when you sit up here and you bury Pharaoh with all of his shit, they said and they interpreted it as that Pharaoh got buried with all of his gold and everything because he was expecting to get that in the afterlife. No, they knew that they will be reborn into a new kingdom. A part of accepting that you're going to be reborn into a new kingdom in the afterlife means that you're accepting that you are going to become a new king or queen in that afterlife. That means that you are going to be a co-creator in making new worlds and planets. That's the whole point of why you came here. Do you understand what I'm saying? That was the whole point of you coming here, is so you could become a new king or a queen, making a new planet. That was the whole point of the Sphinx. The Sphinx is Judah, the tribe of Judah, and the head of man coming together as one being, one spiritual celestial being. That's what that whole entire Sphinx meant. Man coming in, man and its spirit being merged into one. That is the tribe of Judah, the lion. But the head of a Sphinx is the head of man becoming a spiritual being. Does it make sense now? That whole entire mystery of Egypt was literally about you coming here, having a physical experience, and eventually graduating, understanding your feelings, getting the first rules of how to be a being on this planet. That means we are like toddlers here. You know how you teach your kids don't hit nobody, don't take nobody else's sucker. That's that baby sucker. You want something, you ask somebody for it, you don't go and take it. That's what we here to do. We like little toddlers learning how to act so we can interact with other planets and the Most High's other mansions. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm trying to make this as simple as possible. You came here to understand how to fucking act. You learn the law. The law is simple. Don't take other people's shit. Don't steal. Don't kill. Don't lie. You understand? You don't do things that's going to cause problems. Because for everything that you do, there will be an effect. Okay? So other beings know these rules. So this is why they don't do those things, because they cause serious issues. And guess what? There are different orders that handle certain things. The order of Melchizedek is responsible for awakening the people on the planet to their spirituality, to the law, period. Okay? That's the reason why you have Moses and everybody else that came through to teach us that, but we didn't want to hear none of that shit. All right? Then you have the order of Enoch. He's the scientist in this. He understands the magic. There you have the magic, and then you have the science that's inside of this whole situation. Enoch brings that. And then you have the order of Michael. That is those are like the Jedis. They make sure that don't nothing come on any other planets that the Most High has made that don't belong there while they're in their developing stages, because when they do that, they turn them into a slave planet. These other beings that are a little bit more advanced would turn it into a slave planet. Unfortunately, on this planet, when Sammy got into it with Pops, and Pops knocked his ass out of heaven, he came here. Do you understand? And start fucking around. Now you understand? And now this whole situation is playing itself completely out, and now we're at the end of it. So that's what I'm saying. There's a lot that is happening here. It's very simple of what is happening. Moses, all of them were taught. You have to understand, Moses, people think that Moses was just some dude that, hey, God just chose him and he was this and he was that. Moses was put into a situation where he got taught by Egypt, because you need to understand, Egypt, the children of Kim are literally the descendants of when Atlantis was one of the first places that was here. When it went down and was destroyed in a cataclysm, different people went to different places that were from Atlantis. That's the reason why you have pyramids all over the world. You have pyramids in China, you have pyramids here in America. I think the most pyramids are here in America. And then you have the main center ones over in Giza. Okay, those are the main ones. All right. Now, when they went to the different parts of the world and set up camp, the main headquarters was over there in Giza. That's where Thoth was. Do you understand? Thoth was. Now, mind you, speed past that time. Once Top did set up everything, he said the children of Kim got very good and were very powerful inside of the sciences of Atlantis. They got very good. That means they could do different things. They knew how to, they had flying machines, they had all kinds of things. Okay. They got very powerful in that knowledge. Once he went away and went back to sleep, he could go to sleep and wake up anytime he wants to. Okay, because he is quote unquote like a creator god. You understand? They considered him a god. When Thoth and them first came over to Egypt, basically when they landed their ships, the people that was there was like, we finna kill these motherfuckers. And what Thoth did is he had a staff that sent out a vibration that stopped them in their tracks. So it froze them where they couldn't move. And he spoke to them calmly and said, we are sons from the heavens and we don't want to hurt you. We want to help. You understand what I'm saying? And we'll teach you what we know. And the people looked at them from that point as gods and worshiped them. Understand? He said that's not what they wanted to do. That's the reason why he wanted to teach them all of the sciences and things like that. And he said, and powerful did that nation grow. They started to take over other people and do things that he did not particularly care for. So he actually withdrew and went into the halls of Amenti, which are beneath the that's actually beneath the old remnants of Atlantis. It's underneath sunken Atlantis. And there's a way to go to them through the pyramids. You understand what I'm saying? So basically, once they started taking over and doing their own thing, having their own kids, taking over lands and doing this other shit, hey, he asked them not to do that. People are hard-headed, and he left it alone. But they were smart enough to handle themselves to a certain extent. Now, fast forward on, now you're having issues with them enslaving other people and doing all kinds of things. Here comes Moses. Moses was a prince of Egypt. He was well schooled on the art, the science of Atlantis, which was the Egyptians. The only part that he did not have completely was the spiritual side, in which that's the part that Thoth had. Do you understand? So when he went up into that mountain to see the Most High taught him himself the spirit part that he was missing. You understand? So when he gave him that staff, that same staff did the same shit that Thoth did when he first came and met humans. Do you understand what I'm saying? The humans of Kim. That's what happened when he parted the sea. It was a mixture of science and magic together. That's the reason why we got in front of Pharaoh, if you think about it, that Pharaoh's people, his priests could do the same trick that Moses did. And people are like, well, how the hell did Pharaoh's people take their sticks and throw it down and turn it into a snake? Because they knew the same science. You get it? They all had the same schools of mystery at that time. The only difference is the reason why Moses's snake ate their snakes is because they did not have the spiritual side. Do you understand now? That's the part that was missing, and that's been the part that has been missing from us. The laws, understanding the laws. Once you understand the laws, then you can be able to ignite certain things within yourself. How you ignite certain things within yourself, you have to deal with the shadow sides of yourself. And the human race has never dealt with the shadow sides of yourselves up until now. The order of Melchizedek, which is people like Big Judah, people like Eldahiel, people like the different ones, they are literally the order of it, but they don't realize that they are. They are to wake up the children of this planet right now. Do you understand? And show them the lies that have been told. That's why I told y'all, Big Judah's job is to stomp on the Catholic Church. It's to stomp out the lies that have been told constantly, to stomp out the things that they have taken over the years and made their own. Do you understand? These people, this is the reason why the Most High stood up there and said, don't make your Don't make your treasures here on this earth. Place them in the heavens where man cannot teach, where rust and thieves can't get to. Because guess what? Inside of Egypt, when they buried those pharaohs, rust and thieves came in and stole everything inside of Egypt out. Did they not? Is not, and bodies. They won't let King Tut lay and rest at all. He's always being trucked around the United States for years, ever since I was a kid. For the last 50 some odd years, they have been trucking that man's body around for centuries now. Do you understand? And will not let him rest, and have not stopped until this, not even to this day. He's still being put up so everybody can see. That's why he said, don't put your treasures here where it can rust and thieves can come to. They've been doing this for a long time and lying and putting shit inside of books that make no sense. Half of the books that we have, when they say bones and shit, it's got a lot of bones. It's their precepts. They have no fucking idea what they're doing. They knocked off the nose of the Sphinx because, yes, it looked like a black face. Yes, but they had no idea what the fuck that thing meant. That thing means the next level of evolution of man. Do you understand what he said? Ye are gods. It wasn't I'm a god. No. You have to get to that point. These some dumb motherfuckers running around saying this shit. He is saying that until you deal with who you are as an individual and understand the laws in which they have been given and live by them, and understand that you are a co-creator in this universe with the Most High, and you have to join at some point with the light that's inside of you back with him again. That means the spiritual side of you join with him again. That has to happen. Half of y'all don't know how to do that shit. Half of y'all can't even forgive your motherfucking mamas and daddies for the bullshit that they've done in your life. You have to have a certain type of spirit cleanness to be able to do that. People are like, well, that's why do we keep reincarnating? You keep reincarnating because that's what Sammy wanted you to do. He didn't want you to have what you needed to know to be able to stop that. See, when Mozart came here, he went to all of the religions all around the world and learned everything he needed to know. He understood about the chi and things like that. He understood about meditation. Meditation is not just you sitting there and just being one with the earth. No, meditation can actually help you heal yourself and stay young, damn near young, till you're well beyond 100 years old. I mean, if you have your head face north when you go to sleep for 1 hour out of the 7 days of the week, and you put your energy and you think on nothing but your chest and your head for 1 hour, if you can manage to do this with your head facing the north and not fall asleep for 1 hour, and then the next hour have your head face the east, just like the planet has its poles, you have a pole too, and you have your head face east, and literally at that point you take your conscious and you focus it on your solar flex and your feet, and you line that, you keep seeing that lined up as one. They're saying that basically you can heal your body back to give you strength back to your body, and it'll be like it was when you were young again, and you could be well beyond your age, and you can stay young as long as you want and cure whatever's inside of you at that point. It'll give you like a quickening. But those are things we should have been taught as children, to learn how to quiet our minds down to be able to meditate. Meditation is super key. But guess what? Those types of things are inside the Asian community, is understanding how to move your body and become one with that and calm yourself down with their different exercises that they do inside of the Muslim community with their gurus and things like that, and the Hindus. Those things are not things that we as Christians have ever learned how to do. You understand what I'm saying? We know how to stand up and move around and say we got the Holy Ghost and lay around, roll around on the motherfucking floor. No, you have not been taught to calm your mind down enough to be even able to ignite the spirit, to even see the light inside your own heart. Do you understand? You haven't been able to do that. These were the things we should have been. This is the things we should have been taught in school to understand what the Egyptians were saying. The Egyptians were saying you have to deal with your shit in order to go on to the next. You can have a good life. You don't have to have a life full of sickness if you learn how to meditate and bring yourself back and bring your poles, just like the earth has a north and a south pole. And when those are off, that's when death finds you, because when those are off, that's when cataclysms happen on this planet. That's what we're saying. You have to learn how to be able to find your center with the Most High. The reason why Sammy had a problem with us as a creation, you all, and this is something you all need to understand, the reason why he hated us so much is because he was making more individuals like Toph. Everybody that was incarnating on this planet were going to, at some point, once they got to this level of merging their physical being and their spiritual being into a light-bodied being, they would then move on and help co-create new universes. This is the reason why there's no such thing as a sky, one God, because he's constantly creating new through you. He's creating new universes. So every person becomes like a Mozart. You all were what we were supposed to be, new Jesuses in other dimensions and other planets. That's the reason why they say you can never have the fullness of the Most High. You can never have his fullness because it's infinite. It just keeps going on and on and on and on. Do you understand what I'm saying? Some of us will be like Tophs and making new universes. Some of us may be Mozarts, and people would be worshiping you and saying different things about you as those planets birth, and then learn how they too become a part of the different the different mansions inside the universes. Our problem is we have been isolated here because we are not ready. And guess what? Sammy's made it where we would never be ready. All we keep doing is reincarnating over and over and over again because we keep killing, stealing, doing all the things that are wrong. And Michael and them are making it where nobody can come near us. We're not ready yet. And if we don't get ready, this is the last time. We have to make it this time, or he's going to destroy the whole entire fucking planet. Do you understand? When planets don't make the cut, they get destroyed altogether. And trust me, this clear, planets have not made the cut, because that's what you call supernovas. We are right now trying to graduate. And that's the problem. We've been told these fantasy ass fucking stories that have been repackaged over and over again, different ways. And it's been lies added to it because these silly motherfuckers did not understand Genesis. They didn't understand Genesis no more than they understand Revelations. That conversation that was happening in the earth when they said there was nobody in that I think it was Paul or whoever went to go see that was watching this whole conversation happening in heaven about who was worthy enough to open up the seals, and he was crying because there was nobody worthy, because you know what I'm saying, earth is so fucked up and the people on it is so fucked up, and he's like, don't cry, the lamb is here, which was our brother. You understand? He had made it. He was one of the spirits that honestly got it. Just like Moses got it, Elijah got it. All of them are ascended masters. They came here trying to tell you, do what the Most High asked you to do so you can go on to the next. Because when you leave this body, that's not the end of this. And when Mozart did die, yes, he did go to the halls of Amanti, which they considered hell. Okay, he did see death, which they consider Hades. But death is not who you think it is. Yes, it is an entity clothed in black, sitting on its throne, watching over a field of lights that look like fireflies that represent souls all through the earth. Okay, in universe, some are lighting up and some are dimming down. Some are lighting up super, super, super bright, becoming and transforming into something else. And when Mozart died, he knew that there was no such thing as death. By him having that knowledge, he came down to Hades and they told him, you understand. So since you understand, you can get your soul. And he went and got his soul back. He went and got his soul, and he made it where he was an immortal. He couldn't die no more because he claimed his soul back from death, because he knew that there was no such thing as death. Yes, he lost his physical body, but his spiritual body was still there, and that spiritual body was connected to the Most High. You understand? So what, you just go back to where you came from. That's all you do, is go back to that same spot. So he was able to get his spirit back and turn into a light body. That's the reason why he was down there for 3 days and then he came the fuck back. You understand? And they were like, how the hell did he do that? That's why. When Moses was finished with his job, they took him. He understood there is no death. I put down one body and pick up another one that is indestructible. Same thing with Enoch. Enoch said it's like the Lord loved him so much he took him with him. No, Enoch knew that there was something else after this life, and he could die at will. Enoch could die at will. He got that thing. You ever seen those in the Chinese Buddhas where you see them do this like this? You see the hands like this? That's that polar balancing. Enoch died when he wanted to die. Do you understand? He lived 365 days, 64 days on this planet. 364 years to be exact. That's how he balanced out. And you can balance your time out on here to tell you how you can die. And a little silver flyer fly. You understand? Just going. And die at will. You don't have to die with pain and all this other shit, but they didn't tell you that. But they don't tell you these things because these things will free you. You won't be worried about high blood pressure and things like that. This is the reason why they asked you not to eat their food. They asked you not to eat certain things because those things will shorten your lifespan. But that's the reason why all of his prophets, when they did kill them or whatever, they didn't feel anything because they knew. They knew it was something else. They knew how to zone their bodies. They knew how to zone themselves out of their bodies and come out. They came out of their bodies regularly. There was instances in many other books that you've read where they said that Mozart was standing over here talking, and then he was somewhere else in the field, somewhere else. And they was like, well, how the hell did that happen? Because he was in two places at one time. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot. What they're saying is that our existence is like magic, but it's not. It's really science. But these people's understanding that are controlling this planet is so fucking limited. We are being handled by the cave dwellers, okay, that Toph felt sorry for and gave them a little bit of fucking brain power, and these bitches think they the smartest thing walking the earth. Should have left them motherfuckers right where the fuck they were, but you know, hey, let me shut up. They are being used for the purpose that they were for, and that was for punishing us. But the point is that it's to the point now we know nothing. So now we're playing speed up. Now the power shift, the spiritual shift is leaving from the Middle East and now shifting over to this midway land, which is the United States. This is why everybody says everything is this is going to be the new Atlantis here. Because the power has shifted. The X marks the spot. Those different constellations coming together, you guys, literally let you know that the new time was here of us awakening, the time of Melchizedek and them really going hard. The order of Melchizedek going hard was here. That's what there are certain lights that happen inside of the cosmos that lets you know a certain time is happening. That means the graduation is coming. And all of these, the world has been here for 30,000 some odd years. That's a lie. We've only been here 6,000 years. And every 1,000 years, the Most High destroys this place. And there's always new Adams and new Eves in each restarting over. So no, there's never been just one Adam and Eve. There's been different Adams and Eves in different parts of the world. Sorry. Now do you understand? It's so much more. It's so much more to this. And we have to get out of the fairy tales and funny thinking. Literally, this is like the Matrix at this point. And there's people who don't want to wake up. There's people who will not wake up, and they will die with this planet. They will be chemically destroyed with this planet. But there are in the tribe of Judah. That is the tribe that understands this knowledge, that always did understand this knowledge. This old knowledge is coming back. I told y'all that dream I had was for real. That was a real thing. Old buried information coming up again and walking the earth. Exactly. It is the end of a 6,000 year period. So that means this is the reason why you see the sun doing what it's doing. This is the reason why you see the elements doing what it's doing. This time is over, and a new time is dawning at this point. A new time is dawning. And this was foretold. Now, nothing is set in stone. If these people would get their attitudes together and stop doing the foolishness and stop killing one another for senseless, stupid shit like fucking gold and fucking silver, for what? There's enough on this planet for everybody to fucking eat. These people want to control everything, and that is the problem. And until we as humanity understand it's more of us than it is them, these things are going to keep happening, because people want to do this. I will follow him everywhere he may go. That's what that church mind thing. Instead of thinking independently on your own, motherfuckers want to follow leader, and that shit gotta stop. Everybody wants to follow Trump. Everybody wants to follow Biden. I'm sorry, these people do not have an answer for you. Stop. Can't you see it? Can't you see it? They're not even considering black people. So why the fuck would you even care what the fuck they gotta say? Why the fuck would you even wake up on a fucking, what is it, November 6th or whatever day it is, to go do anything regarding these people? Oh, if you don't vote, you don't get to care. What they don't do shit for us anyway. So why are we participating? Why? This is not what we're supposed to be doing. This is much bigger than our little tiny worlds in which we are so encompassed in, you guys. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. Our little worlds that we get cut on, our little cars, our little house, that is bullshit. You're supposed to be understanding why you are here as a being. Yes, you have procreated children. Have you taught them well? Have you really taught them well? Because I'm gonna tell you something. The education that I have from what I have been reading it ain't helping me understand half the shit that I've been reading. And that's, I mean, high level science. High level science was never taught to us. We were taught how to be workers. We were not taught how to be scientists. We were not taught about the galaxies and why we can't see the galaxies that are there. We can't see these galaxies is because we have not been trained to be able to see them. And how you're trained to be able to see them is that you have to learn how to center yourself and see yourself as light. And look, in every book, Pistis Sophia, all of these books, they say you're going to be changed. That was the whole point of us. We come in the physical and we switch over into our light bodies. Once we get the understanding of who we are and who we belong to and who we are part of, we were at that point, at some point, become other creator. As you, since you want to say gods, people want to say gods, but we will become other created gods in other universes. This was supposed to be the schoolhouse for creator gods. Boom. It's just that simple. And unfortunately, we can't even get kindergarten right on this motherfucker. That's the reason why we've been stuck here. Sammy has success